Okay, so hello everyone, and I hope you are excited for this session. And as you know, the agenda of this is that we have Ashutosh, one of our alumni with us, who has, achieved good success, which should motivate all of you. He's here in front of you so that his journey can inspire many of you, and definitely the Saturday session is supposed to be motivating because learning is that you are getting in the course is more than enough. I don't think you need further learning, but motivation also has to play a role. Now, without much delay, I will hand it over to Ashutosh. Ashutosh, if you can quickly introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, so sir, thanks for having me here in this session, and hopefully our conversation will help people in this meeting. And yeah, and first of all, many congratulations to you, because every second day I see any one of your student going to become a data engineer or going into a product-based company. So many congratulations for that.
Thank you, Ashutosh.
So now coming to my introduction. So basically, I joined as a fresher back in 2019, where I joined Bosch as an associate trainee, where I had done some internship projects, and also there were few big data trainings as well. Um, then I joined as a permanent employee in Bosch, where I was working as a BW consultant, as well as I was working on an ETL tool. So that was SAP BODS. And also apart from that, a lot of
Your
POCs.
college, Ashutosh, just want to talk about your college. Was it like a normal college or is it like a hi-fi college?
It was I come from KIIT University in Bhubaneswar. So yeah, it was a hi-fi college, but mostly the things were not practical. Everything was, I think, most of the things were mostly, I think, you can say that they were telling theoretically everything. So yeah, so there in college also I attended a big data training, so maybe we'll talk about that later. So yeah, so then after in Bosch I worked on BW and BODS, and then BODS is basically an ETL tool. So basically I worked on a lot of things in Bosch, and then I switched to Genpact last year in May, where my complete tech stack got changed. I started working on AWS, all the managed services, which is used to develop a big data pipeline, and also Spark and Python. And then this last month I switched to Walmart, where again my complete tech stack got changed. And now I'm working on Google Azure, and Google Cloud, Azure Cloud, and then Spark. There in Genpact I was working on Python. Here the tech stack is, I mean, they include everything: Python, Scala, Java, whatever you name, and there they have. And then Databricks, Kubernetes, Docker. So I mean, every time I have changed, so every time my full tech stack has also changed. So this has been my 1 year journey.
So I think in IT, people have to be aware of the fact that tech stacks, technologies will come and go. It's just that if you have a core solid foundation, then you can learn anything, right?
Correct. Correct. It's all about, I think everyone in IT uses Stack Overflow these days. So nothing to worry about if your tech stack is getting changed, I feel. You can learn everything within 15 days or 20 days. You can get a gist of it, and then as soon as the requirements come, you will learn it.
Absolutely. So Ashutosh, just want to understand what motivated you to enter in the big data industry, because you started your career as a ETL developer like BODS, or like I have not worked on these tools, but might be similar to Informatic or something like that.
Correct.
So what motivated you to be a big data engineer?
So actually, when I was in college, so I was already hearing about there is something called as big data. So back in 2019 I did one training. So there I just got some hint of what is map reduce, what is distributed environment, and all. So then when I joined Bosch, there also they gave me a training that is a short training about explaining about each and every component, 1 hour training. Okay. And so okay, I got to know, okay, there is something called as big data, and that is a very demanding field in future, and many things are coming here, many new technologies are also coming here. But unfortunately I got to work on BW because they didn't have much projects, so I got to work on BW initially. So what I understood, what really motivated me to work in this field is that although so BW is actually a warehousing tool, so it's related to data engineering only. So I got motivated because when I was working in these tools, I was interacting with German clients, gathering their requirements. I understood that okay, if you are a data engineer, then you are not only a software engineer, but you are getting to know about business as well. You are getting to know about how business in different areas is working. I was in an automotive domain, so I was learning about automotive. If you are in a banking domain, you will learn about how business works in banking. If you are in some other retail, like I'm retail right now, I'm in retail, so you'll learn about how things work in retail. So that really made things a lot interesting to me. And the fact that in big data, so a big data engineer, you can say that he's basically a software engineer as well. He writes code as well as he does something with big data as well. And also in big data field, you will always have new tools coming. So this is something, data engineering is a field that is always expanding. Each and every day new tools are coming. So that made me very motivated. Okay, this field is something that will always be in picture, that is not going away in very soon. So that really motivated me.
Got it. So, and you got this exposure from your college days only, and even when you worked in your first company, you got some exposure to big data. Then, what motivated you? I mean, let me ask it differently. I mean, how did you get to know about Trendy Tech, and what
Yeah.
motivated you to take this training?
Yeah, so as I said, I mean, I joined few courses, right, when I was in college, but those courses were not in detail. Okay, when I joined Bosch, they gave me a training. Okay, you won't believe, they explained me what an RDD is, what an data frame is, what an data set is, but when to use what I never knew. They gave me a question. Okay, you have to solve this question with RDD, data frame, and all. And to be very frank, I didn't knew what an RDD is. Okay, so only after your course I got to know, okay, what is the concept actually. So okay, so now when I joined Bosch, as I said, I went to Coimbatore. Okay, now Coimbatore was a place where it's difficult to make connections and difficult to get opportunities. So and also I got to work on BW and BODS, as I said. So I was in a place, you can say that there is a Hindi proverb or idiom, you can say that asman se gire and khajur mein atke, kind of my situation. So then I was working in BODS and I always wanted to code. That was I was also always wanted to do code. And in BODS and BW, although that was a data engineering field, but basically what I was doing is I was taking data from here and there, and whatever was involved is just few clicks and all. So I was not learning much, although I was very motivated to learn big data, and also I was getting trainings and all, but that was also not much hands-on and all. So I wanted to change my domain. So one day actually, so I thought, okay, now it's time to upskill myself. So I started going through some of the Udemy videos. I started going through some YouTube videos, but the problem there was that none of the YouTube course or none of the Udemy course was properly structured. I used to go, sometimes I will watch some high videos, sometimes I will watch some scoop videos. So that was a problem, because sometimes I will do something on Hive and then something on Scoop, and then there was not complete knowledge that I was getting. So that was a main problem. And so one day, that was back in 2020 January, when I was trying to search for any big data project. So okay, if I, because when you do, then only you will learn, right? So that is when I was searching something on YouTube, and I just went through one of your videos where you were explaining how to take data from Scoop to Hive. I was saying, so that was a simple project, but then there I understood, okay, uh, I definitely have to go for this course. And I called you. I said, hey Sumit, I'm really struggling now. I want to upskill myself in big data. I have tried many courses, and I'm looking forward to your course. And you said, okay, just check the contents. So I went through the contents and it looked very promising to me. Okay, so that is when my journey started. So, and this, the fact that I was working on tools, what motivated most to go to big data engineering field. And you can say that I was a bit frustrated with the kind of work that I am doing. So this was the motivation, and the fact that I was frustrated, then it pushed me even more.
Okay, so that means I have to put more of YouTube videos so that more people can know about me.
Correct. That will be even good.
Okay, that's nice. Good to know. Now, you joined the course probably in 2021 January, as you said.
Mhm.
Now, can you talk about your learning strategy? Because what happens with this online courses where even the content is given on demand and it's not a live session actually, right? So the major thing that a problem which people face is that they start the course with a lot of excitement that यार गदर मचा देंगे, but उसके बाद क्या होता है, right? That after a certain point, 2-3 weeks, they put all their energy. After that, they get exhausted, right? After that, they start lagging behind. When my team calls them, they say, I mean, the course is excellent, but there is some production issue in office, so I'm not able to give time.
Mhm.
So how you manage this thing? Were you doing the course as per the timelines, or you also got delayed? And
Mhm.
if you were doing as per the timelines, what was your strategy so that you didn't lag behind?
Hmm. Yeah, so regarding this, so what I will say is, so what I can say is that, see, you everyone has got recorded videos, right? Now for a working professional, it gets a bit difficult to do the course every day, because yes, everyone is facing production issues and everyone has something related to work, right? Now what I can say is that, see, we are not in a race, right? Whatever you are learning, uh, just even if you go through one video, go through that video once, and you have got Saturdays and Sundays as well. But yeah, I mean, you will have to give some time, and the time that you give to these videos should be very handy, so that you are not going back to that video again. And through my experience, what I'm saying is that, right, whenever, so I went through the videos couple of times. I went through the video, and every time when I went through the videos, I understood something new. Okay, so yeah, time management is important in my case. As I said, I was a bit frustrated with my work that I was doing, so that pushed me. But I would definitely say that, see, giving 1 hour every day is going to be enough, because I think every module is, I think, around 4 to 5 hours basically. And it would be very good if you are able to do some hands-on with it. Okay, so see, my preparation strategy was that I was basically going through the videos quickly. Once I completed all the videos, then I was doing my hands-on, and then only after doing hands-on, I was going to some different session. Okay, so this is how I manage time. And
But did you complete the course in 6 months, or did it take
so
little more than that?
so what I did is, I completed the course in 6 months, but after 3 months only, I had completed the course till 15 weeks. I think 15th week is the one where you have completed Spark optimization and all. Okay, so
Hmm.
that is when I started giving the interviews. So just because in my case, the biggest hurdle was that I had a 90 days notice period. So that was the biggest hurdle, which I thought that I have to cross this hurdle first, then only I will be getting calls from other interviews. Okay, so I started giving interviews. I knew that, okay, very big companies,
After 15 weeks, you started giving interviews?
yes, I started giving interviews after 15 weeks. And see, uh, uh, even after 15, so in one of the I will say that in one of the videos, have you have said rightly, what content that you provide, right? I have seen in so many big data interviews that I have given almost 10 to 15 big data interviews I have given, and I have seen that the content that you have provided, many people do not know that, I mean, Hive and whatever content that you have in that depth. Because even I'm working for last 2 years in big data engineering field, right? I see that whatever you have provided, we are not applying it everything in the project. Okay, so whatever you have provided, that's itself is enough to clear a big data interview. And the person sitting in front of you, I think he doesn't have that depth of knowledge.
That is also true, because if the interviewer is not having that knowledge, then we should refrain from telling all of that, because then he will go clueless. So that is
Yeah.
So it's not that if interviewer is not aware and we are talking more and more, then he also gets confused. So again, we have to tell what interviewer want to hear. This
even
is
in even in one of the videos, you say you had pointed this point that don't tell everything, otherwise the interviewer will also get confused. And to be very frank, in some of the interviews I felt this fact, that an interview had no clue what I am telling him. So that is very true.
but they are also right, because they might not have done any course. They would have worked only on the areas in their project,
Correct. And
right?
in their project, they are not doing everything what is there in your content.
Hmm. Correct, correct. So that's great. And did you make any notes during the course?
Yes, yes. So this is very important. If you make so going through the videos, right, you cannot go through the videos every time. So what my strategy was that every time when I was watching videos, parallelly I was making notes. Because let's suppose I got an interview from any other company, then it became easier for me to go through the notes and revise it quickly every time. And every time, as I said, I revised it. Okay, I thought, okay, this point somehow I am not clear with, and I then went through the video again. Okay, I have to go through the window, and as I said, I every time I went through the video, I learned something new. So for that, making notes is very, very important. Don't go through the videos just for the sake of watching it, but do make the notes.
Absolutely. So, Ashutosh, you have given 10 to 15 interviews.
Mhm.
What do you feel is the trend these days, that what, like, you might feel that this particular topic everyone should know? This topic even person can skip because not most of the interviews are asking. So, as per you, what's your thought process that what should be the focus from the candidates? Because there are so many topics, sometimes they get lost, right?
Yeah.
So, based on that, can you tell like what exactly is your thought process around it?
So what I feel is the most important thing that I have seen that they have asked in each and every big data interview is SQL question. Normal SQL queries they will definitely ask.
Mhm.
DSA I have seen in only one or two companies. Okay, the last time that I have given interviews when I was trying for the first time, none of the companies none of the companies asked very hard question in DSA. Most probably few companies asked me how to reverse a string or check for palindrome, but they were focusing on SQL questions. If you are not able to solve SQL questions, then I think they might not consider you. If you are
And
not
in
able to,
SQL, what are the important topics as per your understanding which they are asking?
in SQL, joins definitely, but I see if you know window functions really well, then that creates an impact in front of the interviewer, because the window functions are something that you are using in your day-to-day interviews, day-to-day project. So that is really important. So you definitely should go through window function, analytical functions, with common table expressions as well. You should definitely know that. And yeah, joins and all. Yeah, that is all I think.
So SQL is important. Data structures is, I mean, should not
I
be the
mean,
first thing to do. Might be if someone has time, they can
yeah,
have a look at it.
yeah,
Apart from,
yeah. I think in data structure, if you know string and arrays, that is enough. I think. Not more than that. I think that is enough.
that is also not for all the companies, only few.
Yeah, yeah, few, correct.
Okay,
And some companies won't even ask DSA.
absolutely. And from big data side, what is more important?
From big data side, the most important is Spark definitely. And although now the companies are not using Hive, but many companies are using similar things similar to Hive, for example, S3 and all. So Hive is very important. So you should definitely go for Hive. You should definitely go for Spark. And you should apart from that, I think some companies will ask you some questions on Scala. And I think in one of your lectures, Scala is there, one topic. So that is enough. Nobody is going to ask you anything more than that. So that is, I think these three things are enough for in Hadoop. And yeah, in case of MapReduce, if you know all the stages, that then that would be really good.
Because MapReduce stages anyways help in your Hive and Spark.
That too, not many companies will ask, since MapReduce is not used much. But I mean, it will be handy. I mean, if you just know it,
It's good to know the
good to
fundamental.
know. Correct.
Yeah. So, Ashutosh, how did you manage to get the job calls?
Yeah. So as I said, when I joined your course, okay, I used to attend these Saturday sessions where you had explained how we can enhance our LinkedIn profile. So first time when I was in Bosch, I applied in Naukri. Okay, the problem with Naukri is that you have given that you have 90 days notice period, and then you won't get calls. So the first hurdle is that you have to uh, you have to clear interview in any company, let it be even a startup. You have to clear it, okay, so that you for cross that first hurdle. Okay, then what I understood is that social media is a very powerful platform. Okay, now these days yeah, even my friends say that you have started using LinkedIn a lot. LinkedIn has a lot of features, you have to do it. So now what I did on LinkedIn, when I went through your course, every time when I learned something, I posted that material into that, okay, into on LinkedIn. Second thing, whatever, so I got a lot of awards in Bosch, so I used to post all those awards and get that added on my LinkedIn profile in featured. Then as you said in your LinkedIn, in LinkedIn I just changed my subject to data engineering on all the tools that I worked on, so that recruiters can search me quickly. Fourth thing that I did is I got badges on LinkedIn. So that what badges does is that as soon as you get a badge for any particular technology, then LinkedIn will automatically give you a notification that okay, this company is searching for searching for a candidate which matches your profile. Okay, this is one thing. And if someone is has already prepared your course and is quite confident, right, that he will be able to crack any interview, then LinkedIn provides you a 1 month subscription, so that you will have more reachability. And also what I did is I created a space of data engineers on my LinkedIn. I started following data engineers and all, so that I have more data engineers, engineers in my community. So every second post that I got was of a post in any company, of a data engineer post in any company. So this is how I started initially. Okay, now this was how I built my LinkedIn profile. Now when I got into Genpact, okay, I started working on this is AWS technologies and all, and I started posting a lot of content, everything when what I learned new. Okay, whether it is related to your course or whether it is related to my work, I started posting that. And also see, in whatever course I learned in your course, okay, I was applying that in the company that I was working for. So I actually was looking how the things are happening in detail, how the things are happening. So all that experiences I used to post on LinkedIn, and I started reaching people. Okay, now you won't believe that when I started the journey of data engineering with you, I was not getting calls. I used to reach out to people on LinkedIn. Very few times people used to refer me, or people used to reply to my answers. But now the situation is that I can even share you my LinkedIn profile, okay, and I can show you the feeds. Yesterday, I got a message from a Google recruiter. So, and every day I will get a message from I have get a, or I have got from messages from EPAM recruiter, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and PwC, all the companies that you can just say are working on data engineering company. I have they have themselves come to ask for the resume. That is because I have been building on my LinkedIn profile a lot, apart from the working that I have been doing. So that is, and also I've been posting on a lot of awards that I have been getting. So that has so basically LinkedIn profile has really worked out here.
That's awesome. And I think LinkedIn, through LinkedIn, whatever job calls you're getting are from top companies, and from Naukri, it's like normal companies, right? Generally.
Yeah, so Naukri also, yeah, Naukri I used to get calls, but that was usually startup companies. But when you build your LinkedIn profile, right, your reach increases, then you are going to get calls from a lot of recruiters. So I also want to make this point, right, when I joined Genpact, right, so I thought, okay, I'll work a lot. Okay, I thought I'll learn everything. The time that I wasted in my first company, I had no knowledge of big data. I thought no, it doesn't matter how much time I will devote, 16 17 hours, I'll learn everything within a year or within 2 years. And I was not applying for any other company when I joined Genpact. This is through LinkedIn that the manager directly called me. So LinkedIn has a lot of power and you must use it. Okay. There are many features that you don't even know, and then it's going to help you. And yeah, I mean, the more you explore, the more you will come to know.
Got it. Got it. So Ashutosh, I mean, when you have given a lot of interviews, how many interviews you took to clear the first interview?
So I was very lucky. The first interview that I did, I cleared it.
Oh,
So I was very lucky. So, but yeah, while I was giving the interviews for the first time, there were a few companies that I got rejected as well. So when you get rejected, I mean, no need to worry. Whenever you get rejected, you go make the points that where were you not able to, what was the reason that you were not able to crack the interview. Okay, no need to get sad on it. Okay, just create what whenever I faced any interview I was not able to clear it, then this is what I used to do, that I used to make that point. Okay, this person asked this and I was not able to answer, and what can be the possible answer to this, what can be the best possible answer to this. Okay, this is what I did also. Like now you have built a very big data community now. So similar to it, we used to have conversations with my friends are also data engineers, so I used to have
I think you
conversations.
mentioned one of your friend also took my course and he joined some other.
Yeah, yeah, he joined Target. So we were doing the course together, and we used to share thoughts with so he told me, hey, Ashutosh, he asked this question to me, do you know the answer of this? So we used to do a proper research. Okay, this can be the answer to this question, what can be the proper, we used to have 1 or 2 hour calls every day. If let's suppose he was not able to clear the interview, he gets sad, I used to motivate him. If I am not able to clear the interview, he used to motivate me. So went hand in hand actually. So this is one thing. And other thing is that see, I have seen so many of my, as I said, many of my friends are giving big data interviews, right? There was one of my friend that was getting rejected from initially. I mean, he got rejected from Cognizant, he got rejected from Infosys, Accenture, and then he secured a position in 7-Eleven. So that is one of the biggest retail company. Okay, so whenever you are not able to clear the interview, just try to search why were you not able to clear the interview. That might be because you were not able to answer things, so there can be many reasons, right? Okay, also, see, nobody, one thing that I have realized is nobody can answer 100% in an interview. Okay, you can answer maximum 60% or 70%, because the interviewer is asking you something with his experience, and you will never be able to match the correct answer according to him. So never be worried. Even if you are giving an interview, right, keep your intensity as it is. If you are not knowing the answer to some question, just go for it, tell something, because what an interviewer expects is that you are trying to give the answer to that question.
The
Okay, so
approach to it. Huh.
approach to it, or I mean, keep that intensity there alive, and that's it. So what happens is that, let's suppose in an interview you are asked DSA question, you are asked SQL questions, right? Now if you're not able to DSA questions, don't lower down your intensity, don't get sad. Just keep your intensity there as it is. Just wait for the next question, you might answer that, because what happens is that whenever you are not able to answer one question, right, then you will get rattled. Okay, I was not able to answer this question, what I will do in the next question, right? So it's better that go slowly, step by step. You won't be able to answer 100%, but try to answer, try to give some response to the question that the interviewer has asked, and that will really work. That has worked for me, that has worked for all of my friends, and that is definitely going to work out for you.
Yeah, Ashutosh, so one thing from big data, I mean, we have covered a lot of things and all, and not just from interview perspective, because from interview perspective might be, it can be trimmed a lot, right? So as per your experience, do you feel that, I mean, there were few big data questions which people have to prepare from somewhere outside or something beyond the course, or you feel this is good enough?
No. That is more than enough, I think. Anyone who is going through the course, right, has to just go through the search content. That is more than enough. That is even enough. If you are going to any company, you are directly deployed to any project, you will be very easily, you will be able to work. Yeah, I mean, first 10 to 15 days, you might struggle a bit, so that you will definitely find some person in the company just to know how the project works and architecture and all. But everything that the sir has explained, that's enough. I think there is now I was working in AWS, so that is already there. I was working in Airflow, so that is already there, orchestration tool. Azure is already there. So what you need is you need to know Spark. That is definitely you need to know a cloud technology, AWS or Azure. AWS is already there, and Azure sir is coming very soon. And SQL questions, I mean, you should definitely know SQL. So that is very, very important. And so Gate and CI/CD sir is explaining. So I think course content is more than enough for anyone to either clear the interview or work in any company. That's enough.
Yeah, yeah. So Ashutosh, now, what was the strategy to, I mean, get the best hike possible? Because people will be interested in this question a lot. That how did you negotiate your package? What was your strategy? And what was your percentage hike which you end up receiving overall?
So one second. So my strategy was that, so first time, as I said, I had very little experience in big data, so I was quite nervous. Okay, first time. And after I was giving an interview after 1.5 for some years. Okay, so first time it was like getting the first job ready, because I had that 90 days notice period hurdle. So first of all, I went for a startup, whatever I thought that let's clear this 90 days startup hurdle first. So I got almost you can say 50% of hike there.
Okay.
Then my motive was that, okay, I have got a better hike. Now I showed, okay, I have when I was giving to the interview to the next company, just have to tell them, okay, I
You put
have,
the papers that time? I mean, after
yeah,
getting
immediately I did that. That is very important, because this 90 days notice period is a very, very big hurdle. You don't get calls, so that one risk that you will have to take. But I see 3 months you can definitely crack any other company with the source. I'm very confident the course content that sir provides, you provide. Okay, so yeah, so this is the first hurdle that you have to clear. Once you have got into the startup, okay, the next company you have to go is that my strategy was that, okay, now I have to go into a good company. Okay, not doesn't matter what salary I get. Okay, let it be only more than 50K or 100K more. Okay, so I went into a better company. Okay, so that was my next. Now once I have reached to a better company, I am satisfied. Now my point was that now I have to go for a better hike now, because I'm already in a better company, better position. So around the next company, when it will come, I'll show them, okay, I have this offer letter from this company, I want this much high. And see, I'm literally saying you can go to lead code and search about the company, how much the percentage hike the company is giving. You can easily get the detail. And there is no harm in asking for this much hike, because there are many people, whatever you will ask, right, only that you will get. People are companies today are ready to provide more than 150% of hike, more than 200% itself. Only the thing is that you have to believe on your skill set. Okay, and I'll tell you another point. You gave the first technical interview, right? You gave the second technical interview. Okay, now let's suppose there is some technical interview that you were not able to clear, and you think that the company might not give me that much of hike. So that is not true. The HR, the HR that will be coming to take your interview, right, might not be knowing what you have done in any technical interview. So just go for it. Okay, I want this much of hike, I will be this much productive for you. Just sell yourself, I'll tell you. Just sell yourself that in this field is very demanding. And this I mean, looking at the current standards, this is the hike that everyone is getting. I already have the offer letter, and I think based upon my skill set and my experience, I think I should get this much of hike. And also you should have one offer, because otherwise if you don't have an offer, right, then they will say that, okay, we have this band on it, we will be able to provide, but you won't believe whatever I have seen. In the same position, people are working on 12 lakhs also, and people are working on 17 lakhs also. So that you, you have to go for it. You have to know what your worth is.
Correct. Absolutely. So I think Ashutosh, we can take some of the student questions now. I will unmute them one by one, and I request you to turn on the video before asking the question. So I think Arpan, I will unmute. Hey Arpan, can you ask your question?
Yes, so I have a question to you as well as Ashutosh. Like I am currently in the same situation like he was telling. Like I got I got initially stuck with RPA, so I wanted to get out of it, and I luckily I got out of it and I got into machine learning. But right now I feel like I'm not feeling more alive. Like I think data engineering is the key. So I want to ask you like how should I build my LinkedIn profile such that I get some opportunities initially.
So I would ask you one question, Arpan. When have you started the course?
Just now, I haven't. I just
Today.
came today. Yes.
So do not worry. This Saturday, many a times I will have a live session, just
Yes.
like today's session, which is only towards LinkedIn profile building.
Okay. Okay.
And I think even Ashutosh has learned from that, right, Ashutosh?
Yeah, correct.
Right, because I think you might have attended that session one or two times, Ashutosh, right?
That is really helpful. That is going to cover everything, whatever you need in order to build your LinkedIn profile, and yeah, that is enough.
Yeah, because Arpan, that's a very big session actually. 1 hour session I take normally. So do not worry, and we will be having that session soon.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
And also see, when you go further into that course, right, you will just see one of the post I said that one day while just going through the hive, I thought that I'm doing a MS in big data. So you will have that feeling, don't worry, and very soon you will be very confident that you will be able to crack any interview, so don't worry about
Yes. Yes. Actually, I came to know about Sumit sir from my sister only. Like she was studying big data MS from USA, and I couldn't believe, like she said, like whatever she has learned in college, and it was way more than what she learned with Sumit sir. So I was initially like okay, fine, like I can look into that. But I took a long time because I was also thinking like where to go, like what to do. I just wanted to step out of RPA world, that's why. So I took the easy way out.
You will be able to easily switch, Arpan. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Arpan. Uh, Aditya.
Hi, Sumit sir. Hi, Ashutosh. First of all, very congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Ashutosh, I had a doubt actually. So, I was listening to Shashank Mishra's YouTube channel as well.
Mhm.
Do they focus more on design, system design, and DSA for top product companies?
Okay, so that is a good question. So so sometimes, right, it depends upon the interviewer as well. Okay, uh, sometimes you will go to any product based company, you might not face a system design interview question. Okay, but yes, so for some companies they will definitely ask, right? So in my company, right, where I joined Genpact, so whatever architecture that I was doing there, right, you just have to understand the whys. So I was working in Bosch, I was working in Genpact. One quality that I had is I always wanted to understand why they are using this product, why they are not going to a different product, why they are moving this data to staging and then this data to what I mean, why this architecture has been developed. So same thing I followed in my next company also, and there I had done some POCs. Okay, where so usually what developers do, right, they get a requirement, they will complete it, but they won't understand the whys of it. Okay, so as soon as you understand the whys, right, then you will also be able to very easily clear the system design interviews as well. So no, I mean nothing to worry about that.
So, actually, the reason I was asking this question is like I got a call from Hotstar. So,
Mhm,
I was preparing the frequently asked questions on lead code.
mhm,
So mainly they were asking us scenarios where IPL matches are going on, how dynamically servers can be added.
mhm,
So Sumit sir can take a few design session like system design. So it was covered in the first topics like fault tolerance and all. Basically how you maintain copies in different locations in different servers, so that if one server fails, automatically dynamically other server gets assigned. So also, Ashutosh, one second question I wanted to ask. Don't want to waste people's time. So if suppose people are earning almost equivalent to, let's say in the range which is almost equivalent to Walmart, and they want to go to top companies like Amazon, Google. So what do you suggest? Should we go in a process? Should we again start taking interviews from Naukri first, so that we can understand whether we are able to crack small companies and then appear for the big companies, or directly we can go ahead with the big companies? What do you suggest?
So see, one thing that I can tell you is that one strategy that all of my friends did is that they started giving interviews for each and every company. Okay, if they didn't want it to go, they clearly told that I don't want to go. Okay, and while they were facing interviews, they will, in every interview we will definitely learn something. Okay, and in big companies also, let it be Google, let it be Amazon, okay, everyone will ask you similar question, maybe on a different level. Okay, but as I said, every company will think that you will be able to, if you are able to answer 50 to 60% of that question or that interview, that is enough. Okay, so yeah, I mean, giving interviews in companies before giving a big company interview is a very good process to go. Okay, and yeah, that you will definitely learn something from it. Okay, if you are not able to clear interview, then definitely you can go through why you were not able to clear the interview, what could be the better answer to it. So yeah, this is a good process to, and you can also directly, if you are confident enough, then you can directly go through it. And one thing that I have realized is, okay, I was giving a Walmart interview, right? I cleared it. Okay, now my friend asked that, hey Ashutosh, what did they ask? Okay, so I told him, hey, he asked this things, but when he faced the interview, that questions were not asked to him. Okay, so when you are going to any product based company interview, right, if you know someone who is working in that product based company, so just ask what are the different teams that are working in it. Okay, now let's suppose in my team, okay, we are using this technologies. Okay, so that someone from that team only is going to take your interview. Okay, and he is going to ask things related to that project itself. Okay, and things related to that tech stack. And some other time team is taking interview, they will uh, ask something related to their tech stack, because there are multiple teams, right? So what I will suggest you is that one thing that you can do is, if you are going to give any interview, if you have any friend who is working in any team and is going to refer you, then ask him that what are the things that you're working on, so that you will come to know, okay, what are the possible questions that they can ask. So let's suppose they are working on a data warehousing tool, right? Then they will definitely ask you things related to designing a data warehouse. Okay, so this is another thing that you can follow.
Yeah, thanks.
Very interesting.
That was very good, actually. Nice tip.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Fine.
sir.
Thank you, Aditya. Parul, hi Parul.
Hi, Sumit sir. So my problem is completely different. I am working in BlackRock as a data engineer, and I'm in Scotland, Edinburgh. So previously, I was working on small things like SQL query and Tableau and reporting side. So currently, there was one vacancy in Edinburgh, and I called my managing director that I want to go to Edinburgh, and I have very good financial knowledge, so I cleared the criteria and I moved here. Right now, the scenario is from 12 lakh package, I got 80 lakh package here. So it's a very big switch. Now, the expectation is from SQL, I have to work a lot on like data lake side, PySpark, and a lot of data science work, and I'm not aware of single piece. So it's a lot of burden on me to qualify all the things and justify my salary and my work as well. So I am literally, I am feeling very down here. I'm alone, and one of my friends suggest me to join your course that will help me a lot for working.
Today is
So
your
that's
first
why
day
I'm
in the
here.
course?
It's not Hanji.
Today is your first day in the course?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So Ashutosh, I think you can motivate her somehow.
Yeah, Parul. So as I told you, right? So I switched my careers completely whenever I switched. Okay, so you are right. I mean, so since you have changed your domain completely, there will be some times that you will be feeling that heat. Okay, I will be. I mean, I'm not sure if they are going to keep me because I'm not able to work that and all similar things. I used to feel also. Okay, but no, nothing to worry about. Okay. There are many people who might be knowing less than you or might be working less than you. Okay, and every one have so initially you will feel all these things. You will have to work 10-12 hours. Okay, so that is not a problem, but as when you will I mean within 1 2 3 months you will get to know everything. And one thing that I will definitely suggest you, okay, there is no harm in asking anything to your team, and that is what I did when I changed my career from Bosch to Genpact. I was knowing nothing, literally nothing about AWS. Whatever sir told, that was I was knowing, but nothing about a project, I am telling. Okay, so
So the problem is the team is not happy that the director choose me, you know. So the team, my complete team resides in India. My manager sits in India. Only my director was in Edinburgh, and he called me for this position. So all my team sit in India, and they are quite, not able to process this that I am gone and they are still working in India. So no one is able to help me, or no one is trying to help me. It's like I'm alone here. Whatever I have to do alone. No one is there to help me.
So, Parul, what's your work mostly towards? Is it towards data engineering or data science?
Um, PySpark.
PySpark, okay, I'll get you enough help initially. Do not worry.
Thank you so much.
Right, so do one thing I will forget, otherwise just send fill the integrated request form Mansa would have mentioned today and say that Sumit sir has mentioned, and I'll find one student who can help you out, who is good in that, and initially it can be a good support for you, I feel.
Thank you so much, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
Okay, thank you, Parul.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem, Parul.
Now we have Ashutosh Tiwari along with us. Hi, Ashutosh.
Yeah, hi Sumit. Hi Ashutosh. First of all, congratulations, Ashutosh.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
so about me, I joined LTI as a data engineer a year ago, and I got training in Talent to ETL, but I haven't worked even one day on ETL. So as soon as my training ended, I was onboarded on City as a Python programmer, and I've been working on RPA automation project. My question to you is, after completing this course, would I be competent enough to work on a data engineering project from end to end? Because I might have got some training, but I have almost forgotten everything. And mind you that my aim is not working for a company or something. I am trying to jump into freelancing. So let's say somehow I land a client. Would I be able to complete it from end to end after attending this course, or should I learn something new as well?
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I mean, this course has covered all of it, and you will definitely be able to build a data pipeline from end to end. Okay, now if you are a freelancer, okay, so yes, I mean you will be able to do I mean create a data pipeline end to end. And if you are targeting any company, I'm just telling for this for others as well. If you are targeting any company, right, then I mean, you won't be working on all the components. There would be only one component, two component that will be working on. There would be a entire team where working on different things. So you will be working on one component at a time. So that is how it goes in the company. And for you, I mean, for you, since you have a bit of you want to go to freelancing, so yeah, definitely will be able to build the entire data pipeline. And yes, sir, entire course, right, there is one of the section where he has built a data pipeline project, so that you can refer and then you will get an idea.
Yeah, so also just to add to it, Ashutosh, I think you have muted yourself, Ashutosh Tiwari. So just to add to it, one thing I would like to add, if I had to create a course just to crack interviews, it could be just a 2 months course. Now, why this 6 months course, why this extra 4 months is to make sure that you should be the top performer in your company. You should not be a mediocre. Right? I think that answers that.
Yeah.
Prajwali, let me just unmute. Hi, Prajwali.
Hello, sir. My question is for you only, because I am seeing so many experienced people over here, and I am not at all experienced in big data. I just came to know about big data only because seeing
So
your videos on
most of them who are here
YouTube.
are not
And
experienced in big data actually. Most of these people are not experienced in big data.
okay. And currently I'm working in TCS, and I just completed my 1 year in TCS, and working in automation field, but not related to big data. So how this course helped me to switch my career from non-big data to the big data? That
Okay.
question I
Is
have.
it your first day in the course today?
Yes.
Okay. So a very expected question. Do not worry. This Saturday's session will be, there will be so many sessions. Every Saturday there will be one session. And in many of those sessions, I'll talk just specially about it. Right? Because it's not something that I give a one-liner. It won't help you. It needs one complete session.
Okay.
And do not worry, because my aim is not just to build a course and give the course content. The aim is that if you have joined this to make a switch from whatever background, this course should help them. Then only this course is a success. Otherwise, knowledge anyone can give, but it should be a concrete thing that whatever you want to achieve, you should achieve that. So do not worry. You will have a complete plan around it. Fine, Prajwali?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
I will take one last question.
Thank you.
Lalit. Hey, Lalit.
Yeah. Hi, Sumit. How are you?
Good, good.
Hope I am audible. Yeah. So my question to Ashutosh and you, I mean, whoever can answer. So I want to know the role of big data architect and big data solution architect. I was searching on Google also. I'm targeting some product based, maybe farm companies and other stuff also. I have been into a lot of learnings, but theoretically it's there, and coding, and currently I'm into week 4 and I have done on time week 3 everything. So I'm in Nigeria and I'm spending around 4 hours daily from morning 2:30 to 6:30 just because I want to get into this space. And how the role of big data architect, how to work in a project team. Do I need to prepare right now? Do I need to start so that I would be on time? And then once I complete my 20th week, I would be able to get into this space altogether. So that's the whole idea which I am trying to look after. And is there anything, I have purchased some Amazon book also on Kindle, just because to get the business and domain, what is the practical use cases and implications. So I'm into more into knowledge and those things. Yeah.
Ashutosh, you want to take this up?
So, are you working in data engineering field from
No,
starting?
I am, see, my background is mechanical engineering, and since last 10, 12 years, I am into ERP domain. So ERP implementation, ERP consultancy. So currently I am working in a foreign project. I mean, currently in Nigeria itself for a India's largest project for the Epicor is the name of the ERP implementation. And it is a 12-month project. So we are just in the requirement gathering phase. So 3 months has already been done. Still, it will take another 9 months. So since I am away from my family and nobody is going to disturb me here, I am just utilizing this time. I've been into data science, machine learning, AI theoretically since last 3 years, 2019. I am following Andrew Ng and other people. I am a certified TensorFlow developer also. A lot of things I am doing, but I'm not getting into this space, and I want to get into just because of passion and interest. I'm learning so many things, but I am able to learn fast also. That is my speed. So
So,
yeah.
yeah, so actually, I'll just give you an example. Okay. I mean, very good that you are going through so much things. Okay. But yeah, when I was in IITs, right, I read hundreds of books and I was not able to clear it because that used to confuse me. So my suggestion would be that for now, you just focus on what sir is telling. Do everything. Now, as I said, right, when I was doing the course, I was just in the section where Hive was explained. In Hive, sir has explained about file formats and compression techniques. Okay, I'm not sure if you have gone through it. So when I was going through it, right, then sir was explaining where which file format is used and where which compression technique is used. Okay, so this is what an architect does, right? He knows that what thing will be used where and how can a best possible data pipeline can be built. Also, now since you said that, right, you are not working in this data engineering space now, with only with experience you will come to know, as soon as you start working in this field, you will come to know that which component will be good at what place. So that will come with experience for an architect. But one thing that I can definitely make you sure, right, when you are completing this course, just focus on this course and you will get to know, okay, this component is good at this place and this component, why it cannot be used at this place. Because you know what, I was going through one of the resume one person had forwarded me. So he said that he was working on building a data warehouse. So I asked him, so in sir is in the course, or sir has also covered that what is the difference between database and data warehouse and all. So he was not knowing that what is the difference between database and data warehouse, and he was saying that he has built a data warehouse. And when I asked him that why are you taking data warehouse, he said that we are storing the data in data warehouse. I said that, hey, why are you not storing the database data finally in a database? So he had no clue. Okay, so these things, right, he had no clue because he didn't think why he is using a data warehouse there, what is the importance of the data warehouse, right? I mean, so these things you will understand with experience why this component is used here, why I mean, so the why word, right, you need, when you are working on anything, right, you need to understand the whys, and this will come with experience, I feel. I mean, sir, if you want to add anything apart from this.
Yeah, so I mean, you have given a perfect example, and moreover, the architects or solution architects, ideally the same thing I consider. So what they should know is from a bigger picture thing, right? For example, let's say I am teaching AWS pipeline. Might be you should know one-to-one mapping with Azure or GCP also, right? So that when you are doing this high-level discussions, you should have clue about all things, because let's say you are aware of few technologies in your solution design, you cannot do anything beyond that because you are just aware of that then, right? So you have to increase your horizon in the sense that you should know one-to-one mapping, that if I am using HD Insight, for example, in my Azure, the same thing is EMR in AWS, the same thing is Dataproc in your GCP, it's equivalent, right?
Correct.
So there is a one-to-one mapping between the cloud services. For example, another example is, let's say you want to use a NoSQL, then I have taught HBase, but you do not blindly use HBase. You will think that, okay, there is something called as a CAP theorem, which tells which NoSQL database to use when. And then you think that, okay, should I go for HBase or Cassandra, right? So that's the kind of approach you have to take. And it's easy. I mean, if you think it from that perspective that you know a component, but should I be using any equivalent component if it has any additional benefits? Right, Lalit?
That is correct. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, one last question we will take and then we will wind it off since Purandar has turned on the video. Otherwise, my plan was that Lalit's question is the last one. So, Purandar?
So, thank you, Sumit sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So, sir, my question is, right, I am from
Ashutosh or me?
everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I have sent a LinkedIn request by sending a message to Ashutosh as well. So thank you so much for inspiring us with your words. Thank you so much. My question is like, I'm from totally non-IT background, and so I was watching this, being this course from 3 to 4 months back, and how to, so I don't have any experience in SQL as well, and this is a new platform for me. So being this industry, right, and to manage myself and learning these 2 courses at a time. So I'm a bit confused that what should I learn first, then which one I need to learn first, and which should I complete first. So I hope this question also will help us, that many of people were in this call.
Ashutosh?
Yeah, so if you are from non-IT background, right? Yeah, see, things what sir has told in the course, right? They are completely hands-on. First of all, you will definitely, and sir has explained everything in very layman terms. So as I told you, right, I was not exactly working in data engineering domain. Okay, I followed many courses, right? many courses, but none of the course was able to satisfy me, or I got the confidence that I will be able to clear big data interview, or I will be able to work on the big data interview. But when sir is telling things in this course, right, he's telling things in very layman terms, and then he takes it forward to the next level. Okay, so don't worry about it that you will not be able to understand things once you are able to complete 15-16 weeks, right? You will be able to definitely do that. Regarding the SQL, I will say SQL is not tough. So when I was in Bosch, right, although I was working on ETL tools, so that is just a drag and drop kind of thing, and a warehouse I was just doing some clicks and all. Okay, although that was data engineering only, so I was not working in SQL. So I was in a similar position like you 2 years back. Okay, you can just go start learning SQL. Sir has already started with some SQL videos. You can definitely follow him, and you can just start initially with the SQL, and with time, right, within 1 or 2 months, you will be able to have the complete knowledge of SQL. And okay, and see, regarding the programming and all, many people ask me questions, say, Ashutosh, how will I be able to write the code and all? People have so many big repositories about code. So see, in any company, right, nobody has developed the entire project within 2 months. Each and every company works for 3 to 4 years, and each and every fix or each and every code that you write in that code, right, that comes as a part of a requirement that you work for 15 to 20 days. Okay, so no need to worry about all these things. You will definitely be once you complete the course, you will definitely get a lot of confidence that you will be able to go into data engineering domain, and you will be able to pursue anything that you are given. So just keep that intensity and that confidence in you. That's
Sure.
what I will suggest.
Thank you so much, Ashutosh.
Thank you, Purandar. And I think with this, we can wind up. Thank you very much, Ashutosh, for this session. This is motivating for many people and even inspiring for me also, right, to hear your journey. And definitely when you are in Bangalore, we'll plan to meet and we'll catch up for some dinner or lunch.
So yeah, and thank you a lot for having me. And I would want to congratulate all the participants here that you are in good hands, and you have a very bright future ahead. So that confidence I can give you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ashutosh. And I hope this session would have motivated you. And keep working hard. Make sure you do the course on time. And that's the only thing. If you do, it should be all in a good direction. So with this, let's end on a positive note. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.